The rumors of my demise are highly exaggerated. Mark Twain playing WarioWare, 1925. Hold on. Wake up, honey. New WarioWare challenge dropped. I just realized I get Mark Twain and Charles Dickens confused a lot, man. If I had to, I think Mark Twain lived more recently than Charles Dickens. If I had to guess Mark Twain's, I would say Mark Twain was born in 1878 and he died in 1940. Mark Twain, 1878 to 1940. He was born 1835, he died in 1910. I was pretty close. I was only off by 30 years for so. Anyway, sorry. Sorry if you're watching on YouTube. Sorry. This is just how it goes on Twitch. Wake up, honey. WarioWare challenge just dropped. The rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated. Charles Dickens. New line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 volt. There you go. Hopefully Twitter holds that formatting. Otherwise, it's just going to look mighty silly. Let's go! All right, I think we're ready. Stop, Wario. What are you doing? Okay, well, on Twitch, it's not going to hold the formatting. But trust me when I say that on Twitter, it just looks good, okay? We have 3,000 coins. That's not a lot. We may find ourselves doing a little farming. A little farming time. Let me look at my previous challenges. We did not do the Pioro challenge. Alas, I was too busy playing Super Auto Pets last week. That was the only reason. Thomas Hurdle is the hero of my hut team. Are you, Jay, you're playing the new NHL, huh? Is it good? Or is it... I would consider playing the new NHL if they fixed the menus so that everything didn't take 15 seconds. Like, hitting the settings menu takes 15 seconds. They gotta ping the server. It takes so long. If you want to play threes online, it's like, play. My favorite modes. Online. EA SHL. Drop in. Threes. Casual. And then it takes like 15 minutes to get into a game, and then as soon as you get into a game, some guy with a racial slur just like refuses to ever pass you the puck. Anyway, here we go. Rotate through Cat, Jimmy, and Lulu to beat these offbeat games. The games are in a special order, but don't go thinking this will be easy. You gotta memorize the order if you want to finish quickly. Okay, because it's another time-based challenge. I understand. Steal. Okay, all right. They're so slow, man. The games are so slow. So there's no reason to farm this week. Collect 3. That's not how you do this. Lulu's slow, Jimmy's slow. This is not going to be a great score today. This game doesn't even have any damn horses. Ain't that the truth? Pop him, Jimmy! You freaking suck, man. At least you don't have to agonize over the characters you're choosing. That's true. Bro, she's so slow. Alright, well, look, you gotta get under 20 seconds or something like that, right? Seems fairly unlikely on this one, considering we're already at a minute. Eat that corn, brother. Oh! Sub 27 will put you in the top 5%. Okay. So there's some spice today. It's alright. It's all about memory, and honestly, memory is okay. Memory is one of my strong suits, believe it or not. It's one of my strong suits. Along with everything else. It is so slow, dude. I feel like I'm in molasses right now. Get peeled, you piece. It's me! Not really. Collect. Yes. Oh, that's a bomb! You can go much faster on that one. Dunk, 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 dunk. Dunk, 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 dunk. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Ah, now I understand why, because I was saying earlier, why we had all those Discord messages that came through in a Discord I haven't been in a while. That's a restart. And obviously move this, like, out of the way. It's because one of the people that was in the Discord was not using two-factor. What are you thinking? What are you doing? Come on, it's 2021. Start over me. Start me over. Oh, that's right, we got a ground pound. No, it's no one we know. It's somebody in this event Discord from, you know, 1973.
Get it.
We're gonna nail this, dude. We're gonna nail this.
Get it.
Beautiful! 1.33, here we go.
Steal.
Let's go! Okay, now we're getting it.
Exit.
Don't squeeze me. Ground pound, is it probably A in the air if I had to guess?
Collect 3.
That's way too slow, man. We can do way better than that. You can probably just shoot the eggs with your shuriken. You piece?
Get it.
Don't talk to me. Dude, don't talk to me about the Home Alone remake or reboot, okay? Like, I'm done. I don't think I'll watch another sequel for the rest of my life. I will only watch completely original Marvel movies. Like, I heard that the new Ghostbusters, like the Ghostbusters Afterlife or whatever it's called, is okay. Or even, like, semi-good. But, like, bro, I'm just so sick of the damn ghost. Oh, let's go. I'm so sick of the damn Ghostbusters, man.
Get the coin.
I just can't be bothered to watch, like, another Ghostbusters movie. Just let him go, man. I'm not of this era, so I understand that maybe, like, if you're Dan's age, you are, like, really looking forward to it. But have we not had our fill of, like, 1980s nostalgia yet? Like, with Ghostbusters, all the, like, Total Recall remake, RoboCop remake, the Karate Kid's been made into 17 different YouTube originals at this point. Like, Back to the Future is just, there's, like, 7 DeLorean documentaries that just came out on Netflix, and you're like, dude, can we just, like... just shut the hell up about the 1980s? Like, okay, the Blade Runner remake was good. Well, not remake, but the sequel is good, though. Just, like, please. I'm so... You piece. I'm so done with... Move on to the 90s remakes. Although, now that I think about it, we do also have, like, a lot of 90s remakes or reboots. Like, and I don't care about those either, for the record. But, like, all the Jurassics that, like, who even cares about them right now? Similarly, like, I just don't know, like, maybe it's always been like this, but it feels like it's accelerated a lot in, like, the past decade, where you're just, like, can we not just, like, let a good movie be good without being like, 30 years later, we're gonna make it again? Like, who cares about another Home Alone? I saw on the news today, it was like, well, not on the news, let's be realistic, but it was like, you know, on a blog. It was like, Kevin McAllister's brother from Home Alone 1 is returning for the reboot. And you're like, he's in the first movie for like 5 seconds, and He exists just to go like, you know, buzz your girlfriend woof, and that's it. That's the whole fucking, that's his whole character, is that he's just like kind of a bully. What are you gonna do?
Steal.
Let's go. It's just too much, man.
Exit.
It works now and then. Blade Runner 2049 is sick. As the kids are saying, it's Kino.
Collect 3.
We gotta get way better at this one, man. This is a joke. I'm starting raid now. Also, Dune. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, if you're making it and it's like an accomplished filmmaker, then I am more okay with it than if it's like, well, it's, you know,
Exit.
it's Mick G. They've directed a music video before. Okay.
Collect 3.
Faster. That's the play. That's the play right there. We cut off like a whole second.
Pop.
This is hard, man. It can't be done?
Get the coin. So good.
I watched Uncut Gems. It was really good. I thought Marvel fans couldn't have good taste.
Cross.
Well, I mean, honestly, oh, I'm on the right side of the screen. I'll take no credit for that. I mean, like,
Get it.
I didn't make Uncut Gems. I do happen to enjoy the Marvel stuff. It's like seeing, like, again, I know I go through this, like, all the time.
Steal.
You piece. But it's like the idea that, you know, if you like some, like, mass-marketed commercial stuff, you can't also have, like, decent taste. So when it's like someone being like, oh, I didn't realize you liked, like, a ribeye steak because I saw you, like, eat cake icing out of the tub one time. Like, you know. You don't... You can... Everything has its own place, you know? Sometimes you don't want to, you know, watch Uncut Gems at like 9 in the morning when you're a little sick. You're probably going to end up having like a panic attack. Similarly, if you know you're watching it in a crowded theater, that's what that works. Okay, you'd probably rather see a Marvel movie than watch something where the audience reaction is going to annoy you.
Cross.
I gotta wait a second. Maybe I could shoot him.
Get it.
I saw some bad takes on film Twitter this weekend, man. I saw someone tweet. It got like 1 million likes too, and by 1 million I mean like 8, which is probably like close to 1 million in their eyes. It said if there was an A24 logo that came up before the butterfly effect, people would jizz over it.
Steal.
How stupid do you... Like, I don't know, there's something wrong with the human brain. That is, like... It just thinks, like... People don't actually evaluate the media that they watch. They only like it because of, like, the group that it identifies with. It's not true.
Collect 3.
Just because you like the butterfly effect, and you get annoyed when people smarter than you say that it's dog shit, doesn't mean that they only like movies that have the A24 logo in them. It just means they have better taste than you, and you should stop being jealous.
Get the coin.
Like, stop complaining, stop crying about it, stop tweeting, and start putting in some work on those letterbox rushes. You piece.
Get it.
I watched The Butterfly Effect thinking it was actually The Silence of the Lambs. Dude, that's so good, because in my head I'm like, you read online maybe that Anthony Hopkins only has
Exit.
6 minutes in the movie? You're waiting like 2 hours? You're like, come on, there's only 10 minutes left, man. Surely Hannibal Lecter's got to show up any second now. There's not enough time for him to get his 6 minutes in, man. Where is he? That guy from Remember the Titans and My Name is Earl has been in the movie for like an hour and a half.
Get the coin.
I also love the idea of after like a weird thriller with time traveling and stuff like that, that eventually Hannibal Lecter is like, you know, Kang the Conqueror or something like that. He just comes in and is like, you know, why, hello. I forget Ashton Kutcher's character's name. I do need to say, by the way, for anyone who hasn't seen The Butterfly Effect, I did not like the movie the whole time I watched it. However, I do also need to say, for some reason, I saw it for the first time with the director's cut ending, where and this is, and I quote, Dan Carlin style, the end of the movie is he's so regretful he travels back in time to when he was a fetus and strangles himself in the womb. No joke. Apparently that's not the way it ended in the theater. Apparently in the theater, I'm just bad. It ended with him telling like his childhood crush that she's ugly, and as a result, she never meets him later in life, which means that she's sad in that moment, but she's saved from all the tragedy that happens afterwards or something like that.
Get it.
Is he talking about the Isaac movie? Oh, come on. Don't insult Jimmy, please.
Get it.
Anyway, I'm just like, that's... It's not a good movie, is my take on it. If you like it, again, that's fine. There's lots of bad movies people like. For example, Boondock Saints. I'm not trying to get into, like, you know, my 15,000th argument over whether or not Boondock Saints is okay, you can't go over. Is a good movie. I'm just saying. It's good. There was a firefight. Yeah, I know, okay? I know.
Steal.
Please! Yeah, you're forced to use these characters, not these movies. I have a lot of bad film takes. Like, here's a bad film take for you. Every movie should end with Cochise by Audio Slave. When the credits for any film come up, I want to hear Chris Cornell going, "Now you drink, that's a way to take it off on me." It would make every movie better. Steal me. That was a quick steal.
Exit.
Please.
Collect 3.
What's your favorite movie? Boondock Saint. You piece. I hate this one too. I think we're a little better at this now. That's not 12:05. I can do it. Please watch Lamb, A24's new movie. I wanted to hear your take on it. Dude, I want to see that. I didn't. What's the critical response? I tend to align more with the snobs than the general audiences. You just got to go faster on that one. I thought Lamb looked sick, man. Plus, like, I'm stoked that like Noomi Rapace is getting some work again after Prometheus was kind of like career destroying.
Exit.
Big ups to Noomi Rapace. I see this is going well. It just takes time, okay? Rome wasn't built in a day. This is a practice situation. Dude, I haven't seen no movies for a while, but my parents are in town on vacation, and also, like, you know, for Thanksgiving, celebrating the baby's birthday, etc., etc. So they've been over, and like we've been watching some TV together. That's how you do it, though. I enjoyed true crime for like, I went through a phase of like 18 months where I was like, I'll watch every episode of Forensic Files before bed. They are true crime fiends. They don't even listen to like the podcast. They just go straight to like the the A&E like first 48 hours show where it's literally like someone was murdered in this horrendous way. We got them, and then now they're in jail forever. It's just like half an hour of like slight investigation followed immediately by their confession in interrogation, so you can be like, you scumbag, you piece of shit. And then it's like, well, on to the next episode. It's crazy. It's such rapid fire misery. Oh, hey, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. This one's for you. We're not going to screw it up this time. Okay, I didn't realize I started on the left side, the right side that time. I apologize. I wonder if we could just do it on this one. Oh, look at that! That's a secret, man. I wonder if you can get that garlic immediately, too. Also, like, I love my parents, okay? I only bring this up as a joke. And, you know, we joke about each other. But literally every day that they have been here, which is now, we're approaching maybe 2.5 weeks. Every day that they've been here, they have asked me whether or not I've seen the Lil Nas X Elton John Uber Eats commercial, where Lil Nas X says, "You don't look broke," and then
Get the coin.
very politely, every time I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've seen it," and then they go, "You don't look broke," and then my mom goes, "You don't look broke," and then I go, "Yep." Come on. But it's oh, you forget that, man. It's charming. That's fast, man. It's charming.
Steal.
Dude, under 2 seconds here?
Exit.
I think as a teenager I would be like, you know, yeah, I saw it, you asked me 100 times. Now as an adult, I'm like, my whole job revolves around telling the same stories over and over again, but then going, hey, I'm sure I've said this before, and then you guys go, yep, but I tell it anyway, and then you lull, you know? That's what it's all about.
Get the coin.
So I can't really pretend that I'm not part of the I'm not part of the issue there as well. We're crossing. You're a piece, man. We were 3 seconds up too. Juice me, squeeze me, freeze me. Little mama, rock me just a little while. Will you please cross? I wonder if we could just go under, man.
Exit.
I agree, it is nice to have some stability in life. But my parents telling the same story, you know, now and then, I'm like, big whoop, you know? It's nice to have some familiarity. I'm bad.
Get it.
Don't even start with me, man.
Get it.
Ooh, a little slow, but that's okay.
Steal.
That's okay. Dude, don't even get me started on Survivor. So, like, Survivor, my parents don't watch it with me because it airs 8 to 9 p.m. Pacific time, so they already, like, they want to be back in bed by around then. Please. But I feel like VIP Daniel, okay, I'm not upset. I'm having a good time watching Survivor. They gotta chill out with the damn advantages, man. Well, not every episode, but the last episode of Survivor started with like 30 minutes of a guy just unrolling parchment scrolls and being like, you have found the beware advantage. If you would like to use your beware advantage, please be aware that you must beware that something could possibly go wrong, so you better make sure you want to have it. And then he unrolls it and it's like 17 paragraphs long. If you do this, you will lose your next vote at Tribal Council, although you'll also get the ability to play Prisoner's Dilemma to steal a vote at a Tribal Council as well. And then on top of that, if everybody utters the secret key phrase to unlock Jeff Probst's Bitcoin wallet, then you'll all receive an immunity idol that you could use at the next Tribal Council, which you do not have a vote for unless you steal a vote. So they did this for like half an hour, and then the dude who got all the advantages got voted out. I'm not mad at the producers for like the way that the Tribal Council went down, but I was like, you know, we spent all that time learning about all these advantages, and now he's not even there anymore. So and then you got the one dude there who's got to keep reading the catchphrase every week. He's got to be like, I know that last time when I said that I thought butterflies were my dead relatives, what I meant was I really thought butterflies were my dead relatives coming back to life. You know, he's got to do, but there's no chance for him to actually get the immunity idol, and he still can't vote. That's like, you piece! It's like an enormous disadvantage, man. I don't know what Xander's gonna do.
Plug it.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Get it.
Yeah, I feel bad for Brad. Brad couldn't even get the quote right. He's like, yeah, I'm so disheveled. I'm starting to look like a piece of... you ever notice that broccoli? I never really thought about it, but they're just kind of like trees. Everyone was like, does that count? Dang old... Starting to think that dang old broccoli looks like... anybody else eating broccoli like a little tree lately? I was like, come on, man. I'm not trying to say it's easy, like you got nothing to do. But like you're sitting on this island, I'm sure there's like weeks or hours and hours every day of pure boredom. You couldn't just commit your delivery to memory. You had to bungle it in the moment. Anyway, that being said, I'm a mechanics driven guy, right? So the fact that every episode of Survivor I have to keep like a list next to me just to understand what the hell's going on, I'm like, you know what? I kind of like it. Owned. Okay. Dunk, 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 dunk. Not so bad. Cross me. I gotta look over here for crossing, okay?
Cross.
Oh! Juice me.
Finish.
There's a chance, man. There's a chance.
Take a seat.
Who do you think's gonna win this season? I don't know, because like the one tribe is so bad. Hold on, this is important. That I feel like I've seen 90% of this show so far has been about the Yase tribe members. And then the tribe that's actually... Whatever, we should learn. The tribe that's actually good, I've seen them for like 3 seconds in every episode. So like I have no idea if they're actually, like who's even on them.
Collect.
We gotta be a little faster on that one. I guess we could peel with a ground pound.
Green.
Bro, just get out of there.
Escape.
Did you see the TikTok from that one girl from the tribe that's never shown? I did not. Did you see the TikTok where Steve Harwell of
Prune.
Smash Mouth said if he could suck his own dick, he'd never leave the house? You didn't see that? I did see that he retired today. I did see that. I feel bad. Like I know that. I mean, like it's not a good look for him on stage. Obviously, I mean he did worse than say what I just said. But I know that he's had like some substance abuse problems in his life, along with like medical issues. It's just a bad look.
Exit.
Get me out of here, thank you. Yeah, he did threaten to murder someone in the audience's whole family, which, you know, it's one of those things where I think you're just like, that's probably an idle threat, but at the same time. Like, it's, come on, man. It's like the Newark County Fair. It's...
Get the coin.
Oh, that, we could be faster there. It's a fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Cross.
I'm on the wrong side!
Get it.
It's okay. I don't know why Cross is like such an impossible game for me right now.
Exit.
Was he more or less mad than when Mark McGrath said sugar gay?
Collect 3.
Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, he seems more threatening. Like, Mark McGrath was upset, and I wouldn't be surprised if he had a few adult beverages in that clip, or prior to that clip. But he at least seemed to have his wits about him to the point where, like, the worst he would do is punch you in the face. Steve Harwell in the TikTok, you don't know what that dude's capable of, is, I guess, what I'm trying to say.
Get it.
1.23, I sleep. I never thought Cross would be like the hardest game, man.
Get it.
There we go. Anyway, I'm always excited for. Oh, look at that! I'm always excited for Survivor though. Like, it's just nice to have something to watch every week, especially because it looks like the Canucks are gonna be like total dog shit. They did not have a good preseason, and the preseason doesn't really mean anything, but that is like a really bad preseason. So, it's a fun watch regardless. There we go. Cross.
Get the coin.
Get the coin. Oh my god.
Get it.
Yeah, we drafted Oli Uolevi, like 5th overall, 2017 maybe. He played like 8 games for us, and then we just traded him away because he was clear that he probably wasn't going to make the team, and you're like, okay, no problem. I guess like the past like 5 years of just being like, man, I don't just you wait till Uolevi comes up, then we'll have a nice stable anchor on the back line that will allow Quinn Hughes' offensive sensibilities to really shine, and then you're like, nope. Hey, we'll see. Who knows? It's honestly, first off, it's nothing unusual for the Canucks to be bad, but watching a bad team is kind of okay. You piece. She's so slow, man.
Get it.
Watching a bad team is kind of okay, because you never have your expectations get up, and as a result, when you lose like 4-2, you're like, good game, the rookie got a point.
Steal.
And when you win, you're like, holy crap, we just beat a good team. Yeah, well, if you're a New York Jets fan, that's like a different story, because at least in hockey, there's 82 games a season. Like, if you're a Jets fan, I'm just like, I just feel bad for you, right? Like, how many wins do you have in like the last 3 years of hockey? Of football, I mean. Sorry, my mistake. There is a Jets team in the NHL as well.
Get the coin.
I do love Dan's Lions fandom. Every week without fail, Sunday morning.
Cross.
My lock of the week. Detroit Lions are going to take it this week over the Minnesota Vikings. Then live tweeting the whole game, which I usually miss. And then at the end, well played, Vikings fans. We'll get you next time.
Take a seat.
Sit me! At least he's a good sport about it, man.
Plug it.
I mean, the Lions are so bad. I didn't know this until last week. But the Lions are so bad that the Patriots were going to trade Rob whatever his first name is, I think it's Rob Gronkowski, to them, and he was like, if you do that, I'm just gonna retire. And they were like, okay, I guess we'll not trade you then. You piece. And they didn't call his bluff. They were like, okay, we won't trade you then. And then he won a Super Bowl with the Patriots, and then he retired for a year when they got rid of Tom Brady. Then he came back and won another one with Tom Brady. This shit's crazy, man. I don't know anything about the Lions, really, except I will say there was a Thanksgiving in the mid-2000s, like an American Thanksgiving, where I was watching football with my grandparents, and they were like, if the Detroit Lions make this extra point, they, like, win the game and make the playoffs. It was the fourth quarter, running out of time, and the dude missed the extra point, which has, like, a 96% conversion ratio or something like that. And you're just like... At that point, you're just like Omega cursed. Like, oh my God. Like, what can you say?
Get it.
Dun, 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 dun,
Get
dun.
it.
I'd probably quit. Well, I mean, like, didn't they have like Calvin Johnson like
Steal.
retired rather than play more for the Lions? I can understand.
Exit.
And Barry Sanders.
Collect 3.
I thought they were gonna make it with Joey Harrington. I thought the Joey Harrington era would get him there. He was a beast as a sophomore in ESPN NFL Football 2K4.
Get the coin.
I mean, he's not going to be your first pick. I mean, obviously if you're first picking a fantasy draft in ESPN NFL Football, you're taking Michael Vick because the speed is just insane. After that, you're probably going. If I had to guess, you'd probably take Dante Culpepper. Then maybe Donovan McNabb. But then once you get into that fourth place position, you got Peyton Manning, but he's just good. But after that, you don't take quarterbacks after that because your quarterback's not as important as your cornerback. That's where you want to pick up a Champ Bailey. Or on the RB side, if you get Priest Holmes, oh man, like you're off to the races. Let me tell you. This is pre-LaDainian Tomlinson's
Get the coin.
hegemony. I need the banter to focus. That's just how it goes.
Cross.
Love Priest Holmes. That's crazy, right? Like, I was a Chiefs fan when I was a teenager, and like they had Priest Holmes, and then he had like a career-ending injury, and I was like, we're fucked. And then Larry Johnson comes in and like sets NFL rushing records, and you're like, excuse me, LJ, you piece. Don't you know that you're only a 76 overall in ESPN NFL football? Where you go around rushing for 2,200 yards when you're only a 76 overall, like.
Get it. Steal.
I know a lot about the mid-2000s NFL for somebody that knows absolutely nothing about the current NFL, except, I'm
Get it.
trying to think. It was, I could name 10 players.
Steal.
Ed Reed? Is Ed Reed still playing? There's Tom Brady, Gronkowski.
Exit.
Shit, I know Eli Manning retired this year, right? So he can't be playing. Hold on. Haha, Clinton Dix, Adrian Peterson, Antonio Brown. Yes, I was running through the ones who had committed noteworthy crimes. Adrian Peterson retired? Oh, man. Patrick Mahomes.
Get the coin.
Lamar Jackson.
So good.
The Bills anti-vaxxer who just got, he just deleted his Twitter account because his home fans booed him for not getting the vaccine. Cole Beasley, that's right.
Finish.
Don't even talk to me, man. Because my Brooklyn Nets are going through it too with Kyrie Irving, man. I'm a lifelong Nets fan. You piece! I don't want to eat this damn curry. Name the Cowboys quarterback. The Cowboys quarterback. You know what? I think those specific prompts might help me out a lot. His name is Dak Prescott. Is that correct?
Defeat.
Or is he a wide receiver? Dak Prescott, let's go! He got it.
Peel.
Peel me. Peel me? Let's go. What about the Packers? Okay, I know Aaron Rodgers. Your piece. Can you name the Raiders head coach? Not until they name their head coach. Dunk.
Escape.
Jets starting quarterback is no longer Sam Darnold. Wait, I know this, okay? So the Jets, they got rid of Sam Darnold. Hold on. And they had Chad Pennington for a while. They had Vinny Testaverde. They had Mark Sanchez. We got to do better, but let's mark this score right now. But I thought that the Jets picked up a quarterback who was supposed to be good for a different team, but then washed out with that team. And now they were like, he's doing like a redemption tour on the Jets. Is that correct? His name is Zach Wilson? Oh, okay, I've never heard of that guy in my life. You're thinking of the 49ers. Okay.
Steal.
Benny and the Jets?
Exit.
You're thinking of the Dolphins and Josh Rosen? I don't know. I don't know if I am. I don't know who these are. I'm sorry. Sorry to this man. I've never seen this man in my life. I don't know who he is. I'm sorry to this man. Name 3 offensive linemen. No, this shit pisses me off, man. I can't name any offensive linemen, okay? This shit would always be so annoying. You know, you're watching the NFL, your team gets the #1 pick in the draft, and then they're like, you know, from USC, left tackle, and you're like left tackle? Are you crazy? They don't even touch the ball. Why, you with your first overall pick, you're gonna pick somebody that doesn't even touch the ball? Save. Like, at least pick a quarterback or something.
Plug it.
Save me. That's the most important position? Then why don't they ever touch the ball? When was the last time that a left tackle won MVP? Has it ever happened?
Collect.
2017? That's bullshit, man. You liars. Why are you all lying? Why are you all lying in exactly the same way with one another? It's never happened.
Escape.
Sorry. I'm not saying that you don't need a left tackle.
Prune.
I'm just saying you don't need a good one. Like, you could just put, like, the punt returner out there. Okay, much better. We're getting there. We're getting there. We won the gold cup? We could do better, too. This is just the start of the... It's just the start of the squeeze. Of course I want to get to that golf course. Now we run bets? No. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay we're not running bets for the time being. Yeah, well, yeah, we had a little bit of banter here. I've been enjoying the banter.
Steal.
Your QB is worthless without proper protection? Well, like,
Exit.
I'm half joking. But, like, Why doesn't he just throw the ball faster?
Three.
Or she. I'm not trying to be ignorant. Like, why don't you just throw it faster?
Get the coin.
TJ Orshi? Don't talk to me about TJ Oshie. Guy's giving me heart attacks. You piece! In the Olympics. I don't understand how the NFL, like, has left tackles who miss pancake blocks. It just doesn't make sense to me. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Is that what tackles do? Tackles do pancake blocks? What is a pancake block? How do you notice that it happens in a game so you can add it to the stat sheet? And here's another question for you. What the hell is the difference between a guard and a tackle? Aren't they like the same position? Like don't you just put your hands up like this and go?
Get the coin.
One is on offense, one's on defense. Wait, but there's four... Wait, there's 5 people on an O-line, right? There's the center. Are there 4 tackles? That was wrong. That's just one guy. Okay, I thought so. So there's a center, 2 guards, and 2 tackles. Guards are next to the center, and tackles are next to the guard. Okay. That was beautiful right there. Thank you, thank you.
Plug it.
So the tackles are important because they stop the linebackers if the linebackers go for a blitz.
Peel.
No? You could have just said yes. Tackles protect the QB's blind side. Oh, okay. Haven't you seen The Blind Side? No, I try to watch good movies. Although I do, Michael Lewis wrote that book. I'm a big Michael Lewis fan.
Ring.
Dude, being an O lineman, that's gotta, look, you get paid a lot.
Escape.
And there's probably some other perks associated with the job. But otherwise, that's gotta be like the worst job on the NFL team, right? Like, you're playing football, but you're not really playing football. You spend like hours and hours just facing off against someone who's like equally strong to you and just going like for like 15 seconds with all of your ability. And then like the play ends. Neither you guys are only there to cancel each other out. Hopefully. Nobody even notices you unless you screw up. And then you played a 3-hour-long game. You didn't even touch the damn ball. So sometimes you get to touch it, like to throw it to the referee, and that's it. That's selfless, man. Oh, we could have had that one. That's a selfless job.
Get it.
Oh, you piece. That's crazy. Yeah, RB sucks too, man. Like, you like getting tackled is the obvious one that would suck, but also just like trying to run at full speed while someone grabs onto your hips feels like it would cause insane amounts of injuries. Like, it's just crazy. It is honest work, I guess. Edger and James, yeah. I mean, I just like, if we're being honest, if you really wanted to streamline football, you remove the O-line and the D-line because they cancel each other out. Now, I know what you're going to say. That makes it really hard for the quarterback if they just blitz. Okay. So, the defense can only run one linebacker. And there's no O-line or D-line. The quarterback always, well, I mean, there's a center, let's say. Okay? And then there's two receivers.
Take a seat.
Piece. A free safety and a strong safety. That's it. That's backyard football when you're 11.
Plug it.
Oh, you... you didn't have an O line when you played flag football at Thanksgiving.
Get it.
This is what Canadians want to do to our beautiful country. Yeah, like I'm not gonna act like, you know, Canadian football's. Did you see that CFL play that went like pseudo viral this weekend, where like the team went for a field goal but they missed the field goal? And the way that it works in Canadian football is if the field goal misses but it lands like in the end zone or anywhere, you can still play it. So then like the defending team caught the missed field goal and then tried to run it back, but they were under pressure. So they punted it after getting it and kicked it like down the field. And then the team that tried to kick the field goal got the punt and then scored a touchdown because it was like so messy. I always, you know, in the movie Kingpin about bowling,
Exit.
where Roy Munson's protege Ishmael says he has like a 240 average in bowling, and then Roy Munson stakes his whole life and hope and dreams on Ishmael beating Ernie McCracken in the Reno Open, only to find out that when Ishmael said he has a 240 average, it's in over 15 frames because of the fact that the Amish always do 1.5 times more work than normies.
Steal.
Please. That's how I feel like.
Get it.
I feel like Ishmael. When people ask me to talk about Canadian football, I'm like, oh yeah, we have a football league. It's called the CFL. And, you know, it's pretty wild. The field is 10 yards longer, and we have 3 downs instead of 4. Isn't that weird? I think people always think I'm trying to, like, get a rise out of them, but it's legitimately true.
Collect 3.
We had a lot of ex-NFLers that have played in the CFL after they got suspended for substance abuse violations. Ricky Williams played in the CFL for a bit. I believe we had Chad Ochocinco for a bit. Surprisingly few players go from the CFL to the NFL. Hardly seems fair. Johnny Manziel? Yeah, but then I think he no-showed training camp or something and got suspended, right? This is a good run here.
Finish.
Does a CFL game take 4 hours? Honestly, I don't know.
Take a seat.
The last time I watched a full CFL game was probably like 1997.
Plug it.
It's been a long time. Get defeated, get defeated! Anyway, that's football. I feel bad I always talk so much about hockey. I don't talk about football that much. There you go. See, I know a little bit about football.
Collect.
We can do one faster on that. We can do a cycle faster.
Ring.
Now do baseball. I don't know anything about baseball, man.
Escape.
All I know about baseball, I apologize to Jays fans, but the Jays playoff run, they had to win like every single game for 3 months to have a chance to qualify. They did and still didn't make the playoffs. That's stupid. Kind of funny though. Team seems good. Team seems young. Team seems exciting. A rank, baby. Just barely. We can do a little better. A little better.
Get it.
Can you explain the infield fly rule? Okay. If there is... I never remember the infield, the reason for it. Maybe there's 2 reasons, okay? I think if there is a pop fly that is going to land in the infield, and there is a runner on either on base or in a position where they would be forced to run if it was a hit that was legal and on the ground. They call it a guaranteed out rather than make the infielder catch it. Because if they didn't do that, the infielder could deliberately drop the ball, thus forcing the runner to have to move up a base way behind schedule and create the easiest double play of all time. Yes, this seems correct. All right. Dunk, 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 dunk.
Steal.
He knows. That's not a... Look, it's an inelegant rule,
Exit.
but it is a rule that makes sense. Now define a balk. I believe a balk is when the pitcher goes through the motion of looking like they're gonna pitch, but then bails out at the last second, and it counts as a ball.
Pop.
Thus, I think it's to make sure that the...
Get the
Oh, the runners advance on that. Whoa, they take that one seriously, huh? I didn't know.
cross.
Now we're talking. What the heck?
Finish.
He's cobbed it? No! Cobb me like Inception.
Take a seat.
A ground rule double? A ground rule double is when the ball bounces, it collides with an object and then goes over the fence. So it's not a home run,
Defeat.
but they count it as a double, which actually is, in some situations, can be bad, as we saw this weekend. I saw this on TV. I didn't see this live. But if something is a ground rule double, it gates how far the leading base runners can actually travel. So in some situations, you would rather it not be a ground rule double because a runner from first might be able to make it home. But if it is ruled a ground rule double, they can only go to third, I think. This will not be a new record, but still. Do you know what's in a Denny's Grand Slam? I'm going to assume that it has eggs, toast, sausage, bacon, and hash browns. I don't know why it would be called a Grand Slam with 5 or 6 ingredients, but there's a few rules I barely know, okay? Like, offside in soccer still gets me sometimes. It's like the Supreme Court of America said about pornography. It's hard to define, but you know it when you see it. The ball cannot be passed to an attacker who is past the last defender or the second last defender. I can't remember. Something like that. I barely even know how to explain offsides in hockey. I know what it looks like, but whenever, like, if I'm watching it with somebody that's never really seen hockey before, I'm like, well, the puck can't enter the zone if there is, and then you gotta explain what the zone is, I guess, but you can't pass the blue line with the puck if there's already somebody on your team in there. But if, I think they changed this rule this year, if you're jumping, you can make it, or if your one leg is in, but your other leg is dragging behind you, sometimes they'll let you do it. Maybe this is a controversial opinion, but like one of the things that annoys me about the new offsides rule in hockey is when, like, you know that your team was offsides entering the zone, so you're like, why are we even doing this shit? And then you score a goal, and then they're like, hey, we're bringing it to video after replay, because like 3 minutes before the goal was scored, it turns out the puck entered the zone illegally. And you're like, are we here to, like, go to law school, or are we here to, like, watch some people play a game? Because I thought we were here to watch some people play a game, but what do I know? Like, I don't you just accept that, like, maybe people disagree with me, but, like, Don't you just accept sometimes refs are kind of gonna get the call wrong? In soccer, it matters a lot more. I think maybe just because the goals are less frequent. But,
Steal.
you know, doesn't it come out in the wash? Your team enters, the offside was not called. They scored a goal, so be it. You know, probably like 3 games from now, mine will be out there. Otherwise, why don't we just have the teams get evaluated in EA NHL, and then like,
3.
if the team that is worse wins, be like, oh, sorry, on paper, they should have lost according to the rules of the game. You know, you're never going to get to perfection. And I thought on average it would come out. But I mean, I guess it depends on how noisy the referees are and whether they're noisy in the same way to con them and pill you. I do follow the account on Twitter that evaluates umpires' performances. Because honestly, oh, Daniel disagrees. That's fine. The world don't move to the beat of just one drum, okay? It's very interesting because I thought if you had asked me like what the average